Let's jump right into this. Oh. Journey to Gilded Vale. Man, this is beautiful. Get a bit of sputter there. The caravan master finishes addressing the group, his bushy red mustache and sagging jowls quivering as if for emphasis.
Everybody stays close to the wagons, got it? Stay out of the woods, and beasts take you if you were planning a stroll through those ruins up there.
He nods toward a looming black mass on the hillside.
Whole area's crawling with hut-dwelling types who would be happy to stick an axe in you for trespassing. So mind that you don't track mud on their sacred blazing rocks. Tonight, everybody stays put, and in the morning we'll get the path cleared. Gilded Vale's less than a day out. Understood?
At last, the caravan master turns to you, frowning as he looks over you. Oh wow, we're a sick ex-slave. We don't really have much luck going for us right now. I feel like our character has never really had much luck.
Touch of the rumbling rot, could be. There's a stinging beetle round here, carries it. You'll be fine once it passes your innards. Unless you don't drink water, course. Which case you'll be dead in a day.
It sounds kind of like cholera. Just saying.
There's a berry grows in these parts, small and pink, called a springberry. About the size of a fingernail. Give you cramps if you eat it, but the frontiersmen make a tea from it. Calms the insides. Should get you through the night. You might check around, see if you can find some. Meanwhile, I'll see if we can scare you up some water.
Sounds good.
I know you want to hunt before it gets much darker, but see about refilling our water first. Got a sick one here.
He nods in your direction. Sparfle nods and slides the worn bow from over his shoulder. Alright, so here we go. Here's the beginning of this. Our first line. It could mean everything for our character. Where would I find these berries? What are those ruins? Is it dangerous here? What are these huge rocks coming from out of the ground? Leave. I'll go see about those berries then. Alright, so our character, I feel like, doesn't speak much. It's kind of like this silent... we already know that about him. He's silent and spiteful, so he's a human. Humans enslaved him at some point. So, we're just gonna leave. We're just gonna be like, okay, I'll go see about those berries then.
Hold on. Take someone with you. I know you're not some helpless tenderfoot. Not like most of this lot. But you drop dead, I don't want to be looking for the body. Got a schedule to keep.
He scans over the travelers, resting his eyes at length on a sturdy, armor-clad woman who has spent the journey's night sleeping on the ground, uneven ground without a blanket or a pillow.
Kalisha. Kalisha!
The woman looks up on her own time.
He needs to find some springberries. Watch that he doesn't drop dead.
No promises.
What kind of guide says something like that?
Kind you can afford.
Don't listen to her. You're in good hands. And I pay too well, if anything. Off with you. Hayden should have supplies. See that you're equipped before you head out. We're in harsh country. Get your berries and hurry back. And if you get so much as a tickle of wind, you drop everything and you run. Something in the air tonight. If it's a Beawick, we'll shelter in the ruins. Hut dwellers be damned.
What is a
You heard the
Beawick?
man.
Oh boy.
Let's get going before you keel over.
Alright, we're jumping right into this. Welcome to Pillars of Eternity. It's fine. Party characters, blah. Callista is our party member. I've got that. You can click on them, move them. That's fine. Okay. So,
Sure.
oops. Oh, we're gonna have to turn that off. That is something I don't really care much for. Is that something that we can do? Please tell me that's something that we can do. Voice frequency, how often... Okay, so we'll make that really rare. I do not like it when everyone is just like, sure, okay, we'll do that. Alright, on my way. We're doing it right now. Yeah, it gets a little bit annoying. Alright, so it is me and Callista. She has a lot more health than us. 7 focus. Oh, alright, so here's our spells here. Alright, what does our inventories look like? Oh, I just realized I didn't change the color of my hair or anything like that. That's fine. We can change our shirt and stuff now. That's good. We'll go ahead and do that. That looks like brown. Something that would be brown. We're going to go with brown. And then our shirt is going to be something uncolorful because it's not like we're rich or anything. Alright, it's going to be us. Then here's Callista. She's certainly more armed than we are. Do we even have armor? We only have clothing. Wow, can we use armor? I wonder. Can we use armor? I'm not sure. Not sure that we can use armor. Guess we'll have to wait and see. Alright, so we are supposed to look for berries, and they said they're going to get us water.
Huh?
Don't do that. In the meantime, there's a
Sure.
caravaner, caravaneer. There's a good bit of caravaneers here. They honestly probably hired me simply for labor. Ooh, let's see if we can go through some of their stuff.
Huh?
Can I sneak? Oh, there's paused. Is there nothing in here? Oh, you have to... Oh, whoa, I'm stupid. Dire wooden clothing. Oh, whoops. What is this? Lockpicks. I'll take that. So, let's not sneak.
Sure.
I'm clearly being seen by this guy. Most people are neutral or friendly. You can interact with them. Okay. Let's see here.
Anyone need supplies? I've got sundries for sale.
Maybe he's got supplies. Maybe he's got this berries already for us. You never know. Let's talk to him. I keep trying to right-click for some reason. You see a man wearing a simple but mostly clean, neat clothes. Mostly clean. He's transfixed, however, by a ragged tear in the seam of his tunic.
Brought a whole wagon full of goods to sell, but not enough shirts for the road.
Alright, Sam Riegel. He scratches one cheek with his knuckles. It's covered with uneven stubble. As if he hasn't quite gotten used to shaving on the road. He must be used to the city life then. I feel like we're quite used to the road, actually.
Say, is there anything you need? I've got some basic traveling supplies for sale if you'd like to take a look.
Let's see what you've got. Alright, so this is the trading menu. This looks quite a bit like Baldur's Gate does. Rods? Can we use rods? That'd be kind of cool. I feel like we should use melee weapons, though. Brigandine. We have 100 copper pieces. Don't know that we should buy anything. I don't even think I really can buy much. Retrained character, that's interesting. Can buy a shield. Nah, we're gonna stay out of this. What do we already have? We have a great sword. That's pretty cool. We're gonna use that. Oops. Alright, so to speed this up, I do remember that we have to go this way. I know that exploration is key. There's a guy here. Sparfle.
I'll have your water soon enough. Stream's not going anywhere.
Fine, whatever.
Let's check by those outcroppings.
Alright, outcroppings. Alright, so we're in combat now. Let's send her in. I don't really care about her much. Whoa, what is going on with my sword? That looks awesome. Okay. Let's minimize this. Let's use some of my abilities. Can I not pause as much? That'd be nice. Alright, should I use a spell? I guess we should hold off on spells for now. This wolf is already almost dead. Slow. You scored a crit. Thanks for letting me know about that. Wolf hide. I can sell that, right? Those look like the berries over there. Slave. Ooh. So what's a slave doing here? Doing in the free Palatine of Direwood. Guessing those marks on your back didn't come from the loving caresses. Oh, okay, so here we go. This is interesting. So we get to choose where we came from here. I was on a galley at sea. I used to work on a large farming estate. I was an indentured servant. That is none of your business. So if we do choose to go with that is none of your business, which is very possible because she's a human, she's asking about this really, like, this is a painful subject, I feel like, for our character. And so we get very defensive when someone brings up the whole slave thing. I feel like if we're gonna choose that, we need to decide on where we do come from. And I kind of like, let's see, a galley at sea. On a galley at sea. I like that for some reason. That's calling to me. So we worked on a boat, on a ship, on a galley. So we're gonna say that is your business. She shrugs. Suit yourself. Can't very well force you to have a personality, can I? Callista breathes in her surroundings. Been a long time since I've been this way, but I always did like it. Lord Radric's offer makes a girl think. I'll give him that. You're here to settle, like the rest of the lot. You're here to settle, like the rest of the lot? No, I'm just passing through. Hadn't given it much thought. No, just passing through. That's usually the case with the big city just a little ways further up the same road. Where are you headed? Nowhere special, just putting as much time and distance between me and my old life as I possibly can. I like that. I'm going to continue on to the city, see where it takes me. I'll probably wander for a while, somewhere I can make some money. I have no idea what I'm going to do next. Nowhere special. I'm just putting as much time and distance between me and my old life as I possibly can. That's a little bit too much information though. Seeing as how we're halfway between nowhere and nothing, I'd say you picked the right spot. Anyway, I'm wasting time here. Odema will give me an earful. Let's be on our way. Now I can ask questions about Callista, but do I really care? What can you tell me about Direwood? I'm not much for history, but from what I know, it used to be part of the Adir Empire. Broke off after a war some years back. The locals here are feisty, and that's how they like it. I guess I'll fit right in. I've been out of touch, but I've been hearing hearing weird kinds of things about it lately. People have been trouble giving birth, I guess. A lot of them. Been going on for years now, but somehow keeps getting worse. With an uneasy tremor in her voice, she adds, I'll have to ask my sister more about it. Alright, let's get back to camp. You know, I wouldn't hold my breath that Sparfle's getting you water anytime soon. He does what he feels like, when he feels like it. We should go check up on him first. Slap him around a little. Stream's just a little way. Stream's just down that way. Come on, let's get you some water. Your water.
Eh?
Alright, let's go find Sparfle, I guess. Is there anything else here? Oops, I was trying to sneak. That's cool. So I assume it's this way. I think I remember being somewhat this way. Maybe he went over this bridge.
What a surprise. Sparfle went hunting. At least he left the water skins. Come on.
What is this?
Quickly and quietly.
I'm gonna search this. You crouch at the riverbank and dip your water skin into the cool water while Callista waits nearby, keeping watch. As you rise, you notice her look up sharply towards the tree line. You've gained an item. Quest. Full water skin. Okay. Out of the trees emerges Sparfle, one of the guides. Barely discernible in the dim moonlight, he no longer carries his bow, and there is a strangeness to his gait. His stride wobbles as he moves towards you with labored breath.
Sparfle? Are you alright?
Sparfle's toe catches on a rock, and he collapses forward in a heap. The feathered shaft of an arrow planted between his shoulders like an enemy flag. Uh-oh.
Ambush!
Shoot. Where did he come from? Alright. Callista, you get that one. I'll get this one. See how this goes. Now's the time to be using some magic, I feel like. Oh, we don't have enough focus. Now we can. Alright, so which one are we going to use? Mind Wave? Whisper of Treason. I can convince this guy. For the duration. Nah, we're going to do... Boom! We're going to Mind Blast him. Oh! Awesome. How's Callista doing? She's doing pretty good up there. I love this glowing sword our character has. It's so awesome. Alright, so our guy's dead. Let's go up and flank this guy. Oh, get flanked. I just walked up and stabbed him with a big glowing purple
Come on,
sword.
we have to get back to camp.
You're right. We should. But first, let's search these guys. This goes in my inventory. Crazy
Yeah?
lady. I'm not giving you this stuff. I don't care about you. Hide armor and a hunting bow. Sure. Wait for me, you stupid human. Alright. Let's go back up here. Hear that? It sounds like fighting. Ah, there's a hunter. Get him. Run in front of me. Soak up the arrows. Let's go up and flank him again. That seemed pretty good. Ooh! He exploded. Ow. Don't mind if I do. Oh no, the camp has been under attack. Uh-oh. There are guys here. Let's approach them. All around you lies the massacred remains of the other travelers, peppered with arrows and knife hilts, splayed and bug-eyed and filthy. Callista puts the back of her left hand to her mouth as if to ward away some poisonous vapor. A handful of dark figures stands above the fallen, treading on limbs and backs and heads, jerking their axes from bodies as if from half-split logs. One of them, towering and severe with a thick beard tasseled with knots, holds a wet blade at the neck of a man you recognize as Heoden, the last of your caravan left standing. Lay down your arms, trespasser. Do not forfeit this man's life for a fight you will lose. Ooh, okay. Alright. We can say, why have you done this? We can use our lore and say, the ruin has not been sullied by our hands, men of Air Glenfath, which is diplomatic. We have not trespassed. We are merely wishing to pass through, which is honest. I don't know what they did, but I didn't have anything to do with it, which is diplomatic. Murderers, you will pay for each life, which is passionate. And then there is, you will try to kill us either way. Why make it easy? Which is rational. Is our character pretty rational? I feel like our character is quite rational. You will try and kill us either way. I have seen this game once before. The game that they're playing, the one where they come in as banditry and just murder everyone and take all of their things. So it doesn't matter what we really say. You try and kill us either way. The man gives a slight sideways nod to his head, perhaps acknowledging the astuteness of your response. Oh, did we say something right? Many things may happen. The only one you can be sure of is that if you hold your weapons, I will drain his blood upon the ground. So I say again, lay down your arms. Don't trust them. They mean to kill us all. Alright, so we can say, we are innocent in this. Will you not listen to reason? I enjoy, first of all, before we go any further, how much we can't do because we don't have certain skills for it. I do enjoy that. I respect a game that has that option, those options, to show you that maybe if you were stronger, you could say this. Alright, so you can kill him, but you might as well be killing yourself. Because of her intelligence, that's very spiteful. You can kill him, but you might as well be killing yourself. That's great. Or athletics, rush the man before he can react. That's interesting. You wouldn't see that coming. Intellect 15, judging by the string of animal teeth around your neck, I'm guessing you're worshippers of Galawain. If Galawain told you to stop protecting the ruins, would you? Ah, so we're trying to kind of like reverse psychology them. Like, hey, you look like a worshipper of this god, so why aren't you doing what the god told you? Put down your weapons. Very well, let them go, or stay armed. Okay, so don't trust them if they mean to kill us all. So we can put down our weapons, or we can stay armed. If I put down my weapons, we're all dead. I think we should say, you can kill him, but you might as well be killing yourself. But that doesn't really show how perceptive we are. And we're probably a bit world knowledgeable at this point. We're knowledgeable of the world a little bit. Even though us as players aren't. So, I'm going to say... We are going to say... judging by the string of animal teeth around your neck, I'm guessing you are worshippers of Galawain. If Galawain told you to stop protecting the ruins, would you? The man frowns and motions as if to swing his axe. Heoden winces, but the blow never comes. Instead, the man cocks his head, intrigued. Of course, but he would not. It is by the command of all the gods that we accept this charge. How do you know? Because it's consistent with their beliefs, or because it's what you've been told? The man glares. It has always been known to my people. And then we cut them off and say, I see. And what of Galawain's edict that weakness and age must be purged by youth and strength? You think Galawain would want someone moldy, crumbling stones to survive long after their builders have turned to dust? The man's nostrils flare as he fumes. He would not. He told us otherwise. I'm sure he did, just not you personally. But why should that stop you from killing innocents? Distracted, the man's grip falters on his axe handle, and he nearly fumbles it, affording Heoden the moment he needed to dodge out of his swing, which comes too late. Howling with rage, the man charges at you instead. Bring it on, buddy. Bring it on. I will take him on. He apparently is in our party now, so we're going to move that guy here. You're going to take out that. Alright, hold on a second. So, we're taking him out. This guy's going to come up from behind. She's going to engage with them. Doesn't look like there's anyone else. Getting all tactical here. I don't want to lose this battle. Engage with them behind. I don't really care if that human dies. Can I hurt my allies with this? No, I can't. That's cool. Alright, we killed them. That wasn't hard. Your enemy lies supine. I don't know that word either. Wow. I'm terrible at English, apparently. Your enemy lies laying... Your enemy lies on the ground, unable to rise. His companions now silent among the other dead. His breath comes in wheezing, fitful gasps. He looks not at you, but at the sky above you. Forgive us. Barely audible beneath his choked sighs, a whisper of wind stirs the air. At this, the man's eyes roll back as he closes them. Good. Good. The gods are just. A queer smile crosses his face. I am ready. The wind begins to swell, whipping around the camp, electric and volatile, upending pots and rattling tents like an angry spirit. You begin to feel it seep beneath your skin, and where it pierces you, it feels as though it rends you apart from within. Seated against a wagon wheel amongst the howling maelstrom, slashed across the chest and bowel, Odema's body stirs, and with great effort he raises his sagging head, his eyes barely open. He looks directly upon you.
Get inside! Run!
Alright, I won't argue with that. We're getting out of here. What in the world is even happening here? Straining against the gale that threatens to pull you off your feet with every step, you set your hands on the worn folds of weathered rock and set about pulling yourself up the precipice. With a last burst of energy before your arms give out, you swing yourself onto the ledge. Heoden trails behind, slowed by injury and delayed by early hesitation. As he nears the face of the rocks, one of the fallen attackers, who had been feigning death, lunges for Heoden and topples him onto the rocky ground. Restrained, Heoden lashes against his fatigued assailant, but struggles to break his hold. They are close to you. Despite the wind, from your position, if you were to throw your weapon at the attackers, you would have a good chance at hitting your mark. So I can either throw my weapon at the attacker and probably lose my weapon, or allow Heoden to break free on his own. I don't think I'm going to help him. I'm not giving away my only weapon. Wresting free from the attacker's grip, Heoden lands a blow that sends the assailant reeling, and he makes a mad dash for the ledge upon which you stand. Suddenly, as he reaches for the rock face, his body jerks back and is rigid as though it were a bow being strung. His shrieks of pain grow panicked, abandoned of all restraint, like someone tethered to a stake and set aflame. A slender wisp of spectral light emerges from his back, rising out of him like smoke before separating itself and disappearing into the ether. All at once, the screams stop, and Heoden is dead. Wow. Okay. There is a deep resonance in the wind now. You feel it in the rocks beneath your feet and inside the cavity of your own chest, as though it would shake the marrow from your bones. Each new gust menaces the old stones before you, loosening connections, unsettling balances. As you dart beneath the old archway, the entire portal begins to fall within its own weight. Okay, so we barely made it out of that one. Wow. I'm not disappointed that we let that guy die, to be honest. Our character is spiteful, and really, that guy didn't give us anything.
That was... We should be dead. We can't stay here. There could be another collapse. We're not getting out that way anyway. Let's get further inside.
Alright, so we've survived the catastrophe of the first 30 minutes of our adventure.
Got it.
Or so. Looking further inside, oh, what do we see? A lower level of ruins has been blocked off by fallen rubble. Okay, so I think this is going to be an end of the first part of our adventure here. This is a good ending point. We'll pick up right here the next time when we continue, but for now, it's been fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We're going to continue Pillars of Eternity soon after. I should. We'll continue our adventures as Silas, the spiteful little guy here. And we'll see whether or not he and Callista make it out of whatever this eerie looking ruin is. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Those of you who have come by and watched. If you liked it, like and subscribe, obviously, so that we can create more amazing content. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys next time.